Do you feel small, invisible, like nothing you do matters, in a world that moves on without you? Remember, even when it feels like you're alone, there's a spark within everything around you, quietly holding you together. Verse 37. The flame beneath the atom will show you how to find that hidden fire and feel the strength and connection you've been missing. The dust still swirled behind the seeker as they stepped forward, its quiet dance echoing in their thoughts long after the air had settled. Something had awakened in that moment, something subtle but undeniable. It was the first time they had sensed the world leaning toward them, revealing truths hidden in the spaces no one bothers to see. But the revelation of dust was only the beginning. Ahead, the earth stretched in a flat, silent plain of stone, featureless, cold, forgotten. It felt like a place abandoned, even by time itself. No wind, no birds, no whisper. A world without movement, a world without meaning. It reminded the seeker of themselves. They walked into that emptiness with a heaviness pressing at their chest, a familiar heaviness, the feeling of being unseen, unneeded, like the world had found its rhythm long ago and left them standing still, out of place, out of time. There had been days too many when they wondered whether their absence would make any difference to anyone. Days where they felt like a shadow walking among people who had already chosen their destinies. But in the stillness of this forgotten plain, something shifted. A faint warmth pulsed beneath their feet. The seeker paused. The ground flat stone, lifeless and dulls, aimed to exhale a slow, steady heat. Not enough to burn, not enough to frighten, but enough to make the heart rise, as if recognizing a long-lost friend. The seeker knelt, pressing their palm against the stone. The warmth deepened. It was impossible. There was no fire, no vent, no sun breaking the horizon, and yet the heat persisted, steady and ancient, a heartbeat, a glow, a presence. As the seeker closed their eyes, they felt it nod with their hand, but with something deeper. Beneath the stone was motion. Beneath the motion was energy. Beneath the energy, a flame. Not a flame of destruction or desire. A flame of being. The seeker drew a trembling breath. All their life they had believed meaning lived in grand moments. In the loud victories of others. In the bright achievements they never felt worthy of claiming. But here, beneath the smallest, plainest, dullest fragment of the world, burned a fire older than stars. A fire that asked for nothing. A fire that waited for no one. A fire that simply was, and in that realization, something inside the seeker cracked open something they had kept locked away, even from themselves. The belief that they were alone in their searching, alone in their longing, alone in their ache to matter. The warmth beneath the stone surged, as if answering the wound. You were never abandoned? You were never outside the story? You were never invisible. The flame had always been there, beneath the atoms of the world, and beneath the atoms of the seeker, his own heart quietly holding them together in the moments when they felt like they were falling apart. Tears touched the corners of their eyes, not from sorrow, but from recognition, from the realization that the universe was not an empty stage where they wandered unseen. It was a living presence, patient and watchful, carrying a spark that lived in everything, including them, especially them. The seeker rose slowly, feeling the warmth trail up through their body, settling behind their ribs like a second heartbeat. The path ahead no longer seemed empty. It pulsed, it glowed, it waited, and the seeker walked forward not to find where they belonged, but to discover all the places where the hidden flame had been waiting to be seen.